hard, a lot of intensity. Finished it with an overtime period, so worked that situation. Like it. That'll be good on the news. But
you use that during practice.
yeah, but it was a boom. There was a boom in the overtime period. But no, kids are having fun and another good day of work. So.
You have, I mean, we talk so much about James and Tyler. What about your tight ends? Do you feel like, particularly with the, looking from the defensive side, do you feel like there's some matchup problems you guys can create with JP and Scott and some of those guys?
We got a few tight ends. I mean, and Devin Edwards is back as well. He, was banged up coming into spring ball, but he's back full strength too. So it just gives you another weapon. But no, we got multiple tight ends that can, all do a little bit of something different. So there's definitely. I think it's always tough when when you got 2 or 3 tight ends that get on the field at the same time and you create multiple formations. They're all athletic enough to get into a one-back set and also line up an empty with 13 personnel. So I think it definitely is an advantage for us. I mean, you guys all talk about those other guys because you asked me about it, but tight ends. I mean, there's a lot of guys we consider and talk about. You just got to ask those questions. That's good.
Can you get a feel for your team yet? Do you have any sense of where they are? I mean, or is it going to be hard to tell that to you?
I got a good sense of where they are. I mean, we've been with them almost 3 months now. Has it been 3 months? How far? January, February,
26th.
March, April. I mean, 3.5 months almost. A good feel for them. I mean, you still don't know what they're going to be like on game day and how do they react in Heinz Field, when the big lights come on. But I got a great feel for where they are right now as far as, the attitude. I think there's a great attitude right now. I think there's intensity, emotion, and I think they're really having fun. You have to ask them, but they're engaged. We talk about being either engaged or disengaged, and there might be a handful that maybe you're disengaged, maybe not playing as much as you'd like, or having as much success as you'd like. But for the most part, I think we have a locked-in football team right now.
How big a change has it been for you? A long-time assistant coach. Now you're the guy in charge. How much has your world changed?
Not a whole bunch, except every day after practice, I have to come do the media. I've never had to do that before. I try to avoid them and sneak in the locker without John Lewandowski get me. But EJ, he corrals me every day. But that's about the only difference. It's football, and they even let me coach today, an individual. I got to coach some defensive ends, so it's really no difference.
Your first really evaluating this team was during the fourth quarter program, the strength and conditioning. You started getting ideas about these guys. Did a lot of what you've seen through these 11 practices kind of follow sort of what you expected after seeing that, or have guys sort of surprised you?
I mean,
compared to that,
when you watch the fourth quarter program, you had a vision of what some guys were like as far as their effort, and some other guys that you may say, man, he's lazy, he needs to turn it on, he needs to get it going. But little by little, guys have picked it up. So you're seeing change. I think you're seeing change in bodies, you're seeing change in attitudes, and that's what it's for. You can't lock a guy and say, hey, that's what you're all about, that's what you are. What are you going to do in 10 days? What are you going to do in 15 days? What are you going to do in a month? And that's what we're looking for is change. Nobody's perfect. We're just trying to make everybody a little bit better every day.
When you got here, Reggie had the ability to play safety and corner, but has he sort of anchored himself at safety for a couple of reasons?
Reggie's done a great job. He's really anchored himself at the free safety spot. He's athletic enough to play corner. But I truly believe this: our free safety, that position is probably one of the most critical positions on our football team. With what we try to do as far as our structure of our defense, people will try to attack him during the year, and if he plays great football, we got a chance to be pretty good.
Do you not need him at corner anymore because of the guys who are manning that position?
If we could multiply him, we need a bunch of guys. So I never say don't need him or never, but
my question was, are your corners stepping up?
Yeah, I believe so. We'll have some guys that can go out there and get it done. Yeah.
Coach Conklin said he felt like Malik was hitting a bit of a freshman wall now. I mean, how do you deal with getting the guy past that?
Time, everybody went there, everybody's been there. It's nothing we were surprised by. You see it happen in fall camp when most of the freshmen come. But you know what, when fall camp comes around, all the rest of the freshmen, they'll be hitting the wall and he'll be climbing the wall. And that's the beautiful thing. He came in mid-year, he's getting this out of the way right now. He'll have a great knowledge base when August camp starts. So it's just time. I mean, you can't expect him to, he's trying to adjust to a new tempo from high school to college. But for the most part, he's doing a good job. But he's still not as, he's questioning. And again, remember this, we're throwing new stuff at him every day. New coverage, a new front, a new blitz. And he's got to pick it up. So eventually you're going to hit the wall. And to be honest with you, I thought he'd hit the wall faster and he didn't. So that's a plus.
when the players and even some of the coaches are asked about you, it seems like everybody uses the word intense. I was just wondering, what do you think about that, and how do you think the team's responded to this intensity everybody keeps talking
I
about?
don't know. I mean, I have no idea. You have to ask them. Maybe I got to calm down a little bit. I don't know. Just it's having fun out here, and that's, it's what we like to do.
Did you enjoy talking to the Mexican guys today?
The guys from Mexico City, they're awesome. We got 5 or 6 guys here from Mexico City that having a great time trying to come learn football, and we've had a great time. They'll be here through Saturday, so spend a week in Pittsburgh. Okay, so next week I'm going to spend a week in Mexico City. So
Acapulco, right?
yeah.